Hello there. Put whatever you're doing or thinking aside and listen to this. I'm going to tell you where the action is. I'm going to reveal to you one of life's best kept secrets. Best kept because so few take the time and effort to find it. Do you know what thought is? Did you know that the brain is both a broadcasting and a receiving station for the vibration of thought? The science of thought is as old as man himself. Wise men of all ages have known about it and used it. But they have, and still do, conceal much of this heavy knowledge from the mass because they recognize the shortcomings of meager minds and warped opinions. Creative imagination. That's the receiving station through which the energies of thought are picked up. And the subconscious mind is the transmitter through which vibrations are broadcast. The creative imagination is also the communications link between your conscious or reasoning mind and the subconscious. Although this has been known and handed down to a few through the centuries, for some unknown reason it is not understood by the average person. Your very life is your thinking and the result of your thoughts. Your body is only a temporary shelter of relatively small value. It can be reduced to ashes. But your mind is immortal. It is your mind and what you think that makes you what you are. There's two things over which you have no control: your birth and your death. So, what are you going to do with that span of life between the two? The secret of success lies within the thoughts of man, not without. Since the beginning of the human race, the molding of men has been done by those who recognize the secret of thought's great power. Thomas Edison said, just a few years before he died, ideas come from space. This may sound astonishing and impossible to believe, but it is true. Ideas do come from out of space. Hard work alone will not bring success. The world is full of people who have worked hard but have very little to show for it. Something more than hard work is necessary. That something is creative thinking and the firm belief in your ability to execute your ideas. The successful people in history have succeeded through their thinking. Their hands were merely helpers to their brain. An important essential to success is that your desire be an all-obsessing one. Your thoughts and aims must be coordinated, and your energy concentrated and applied without let-up. Whatever your goal may be, you can reach it providing you're willing to make that objective the burning desire of your life. Psychokinesis, the name given to designate the power of mind by which material objects are influenced, is much more than idle theory. Thoughts do create and exercise control far beyond any limits yet known to man. They create according to their pitch, intensity, emotional quality, depth of feeling, or vibratory plane. What may appear as coincidences are not coincidence at all, but simply the working out of the pattern you started with your own thinking process. There is no doubt that no artist, man of science, or writer of any distinction, however little disposed to self-analysis, who is not aware by personal experience of the unequaled importance of the subconscious. There is dormant in each human being a faculty, whether it is developed or not, which will enable that particular individual to succeed if the desire for success is present in his conscious mind. Just as the conscious mind is a source of thoughts, so the subconscious is a source of power. The subconscious mind is beyond space and time, and it is fundamentally a powerful broadcasting station with a universal hookup whereby it can communicate with the physical, mental, and psychic. It has several primary functions, but here we are concerned with that in which it can be summoned to help the conscious mind in time of great personal necessity. When the conscious calls upon the subconscious to use its powers and resources to solve a problem or to bring to pass that which is sought or desired by the individual. To draw upon the resources and powers of the subconscious and awaken it into action, you must first be sure that you are asking for something that is rightfully yours to have and is within your ability to handle. Then you must have patience and absolute faith, for the subconscious will not take the trouble to work for those who do not believe in it. Next, in conveying your need to the subconscious, it must be in the spirit that the work has already been done. While it is necessary for you to feel and think yourself successful, it is important for you to go one step further and actually see yourself as already successful in your objective. For the final step, you must wait patiently while the subconscious is assimilating the elements of your problem and then goes its own way to work it out for you. In due time, with the flowing of the ideas and plans of the subconscious into your waiting conscious mind, the solution of your problem will be revealed to you in the correct course of action indicated, which you must follow immediately and unquestioningly. There must be no hesitation on your part, no mental reservation, no deliberation. You must receive the message from your subconscious freely, and you must act on it at once. Your problem, however, may be one that cannot be solved by a blueprint solution. Instead, to guide your steps to the final fulfillment, you may feel some mysterious force urging you at intervals to do certain things that seem to have no special significance, a logical connection. Nevertheless, you should continue to believe in the power and wisdom of the subconscious and obediently perform the seemingly irrelevant task. And one day you will find yourself in the position you sought through the aid of the subconscious and having that which you envisioned. It is very important to remember that while the subconscious will get into action at once, under the impotence of the commands or suggestion which it receives from the conscious mind, or which come from outside sources and are transmitted to it by way of the conscious mind, it gets results quicker if the conscious mind accompanies this message with a mental picture of the desired goal. It may be faint, sketchy, or even unfinished, but even if it is only an outline, it will be sufficient for the subconscious to act upon. It is pretty well agreed that the subconscious mind works as a result of images thrown upon its screen. But if there is something wrong with your projection apparatus or the original slide, Then the projected image is blurred, inverted, or a total blank. Doubts, fears, counter-thoughts all have a part in blurring the picture you consciously desire to project. There are comparatively few people with great desires. Most are content to go along, following the ruts in which they find themselves. They accept their positions in life as something fate has fixed for them, and very seldom do they make either a mental or physical effort to extract themselves from these positions. It was desire that brought progress to the world. Without it, we all would still be living in a primitive age. Man can bring into materialization anything that he can conceive mentally. And the millions of things we use and enjoy every day prove it. Things were once thoughts. Let's say that again. Things were once thoughts envisioned on someone's subconscious screen. Always remember that the subconscious mind is a repository of great power and is inexhaustible. The more you call upon these resources, the more they are placed at your disposal. Remember also, it is ageless and tireless. You can draw on it all your life. The only thing you need is faith. Believe in the subconscious, sincerely, strongly, and completely. Once it gets your message and understands your desires and ambitions, it'll be only a short time until your desire will be fulfilled and your ambition achieved. Just believe that there is genuine creative magic in this thought process. And magic there will be. For belief will supply the power which will enable you to succeed in everything you undertake. Philosophers for thousands of years have issued good advice. Know thyself. Know thy power. But most people interpret this suggestion to mean know only thy negative self. Most self-evaluation consists of making a long list of one's faults and inadequacies. But if we know only our negative characteristics, our value is small. Probably the greatest human weakness is self-depreciation, or selling ourselves short. Think big. Determine your assets and think as big as you really are. The thoughts you instill in others will determine your degree of success. We do not think in words and phrases. We think only in pictures and or images. Think about that. When you think something, you see a mental picture. And big thinkers are specialists in creating forward-looking, optimistic pictures in their own minds and in the minds of others. Look at things not as they are, but as they can be. Visualization adds value, and a big thinker always visualizes that which can be done in the future. Practice being a big thinker. Don't sell yourself short. Conquer the crime of self-depreciation. Concentrate on your assets. A man is literally what he thinks. We do not attract that which we want, but that which we are. Therefore, our wishes and prayers are only gratified and answered when they harmonized with our thoughts and actions. Good thoughts and actions can never produce bad results. And until thought is linked with purpose, there can be no intelligent accomplishment. Think a legitimate purpose and make this purpose the center of your thoughts. Mentally map out the road to its achievement and do not waver. For all that you accomplish or fail to accomplish is a direct result of your own thoughts. Achievement of whatever kind is the wages of effort and the prize of thought. There are no such things as luck, chance, or good fortune. But there are thoughts, there are efforts, and there are results. And the quality of thought, the strength of effort, is the measure of the result. This thought stuff isn't something to be taken lightly. Your future depends on how you think and believe toward what you're doing now. Your thoughts are what you will build your life by. They are what you will become. Material and spiritual possessions are thoughts completed and visions realized. Know yourself. Know yourself.